Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast, a deep dive into all things Disney Vacation Club. We share tips, tricks, and insider info, helping you make the most of your membership. Join us for the latest news, reviews, and interviews with DVC experts and enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned DVC member or considering your first contract, this podcast is for you. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Hurley and Gary Arruda.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. This is episode 23, recorded in the DeFont Leroy recording studios in Sarasota, Florida, and Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm your host, Mike in Florida, joined by my cousin and co-host, Gary, up in Rhode Island. Good evening, Gary.
Good evening, Mike. How you doing today?
I'm good, doing all right.
Did you have a good Christmas?
I did.
Good.
I did. How about you?
Yeah, it was good. No complaints. Crazy as always with the kids, but it was good.
How was the dog?
Oh, she was all right.
Just all right?
Yeah, she was kept under control, I guess would be the best way to look at it. The girls like her, but they were just more concerned because the Sarah's sister's baby's only one, and she's walking around, and there were a couple times where she wanted to pet the dog, but she hasn't been around like kids, so she's just smacking it on the face, and you don't know how it's gonna react. Like a baby.
Yeah.
I think it's petting, but it's just poking it in the eyes and stuff. So, but she did okay. They got in between them pretty quickly. Anytime there was an opportunity for anything to go sideways.
And our dinner guest, he just lost his dog a couple months ago, but he used to bring him to the hospitals to be a therapy dog, and he talked about how he would like to take Rhodey to be a therapy dog. I think that would be a good job for him, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, one of you guys needs to work.
Yeah, that's true. And I'd rather have it be him than me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean, if you had to choose, you'd rather have your golden.
Yeah, exactly.
And we said the next time he wore a bow tie on Christmas. So we said he has a regular necktie, but he likes to chew it.
Oh.
So the next time I have to go to property when you send me up there for assignment, I think we're going to put the necktie on Rhodey when he goes into Susie's office. Don't you think that would be appropriate?
Oh, because he's going to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Have the necktie on.
Is he calm enough to be a therapy dog, you think, or do you need to go through some training first?
Nah, he's fine. He loves people. I mean, he's not rambunctious, but I mean, he's not trained, obviously, but no, he'd be fine.
Well, I mean, I know he's not gonna be mean, but is he gonna be too he doesn't jump really, though, right?
Not right now. He doesn't know.
So
no,
that's the biggest thing. I can't imagine you'd want an 84-year-old that's weak and have the dog jump on her or something.
I mean, we saw one. It was a beautiful golden, and it was a therapy dog, and it was at the Magic Kingdom off leash and just walking right next to the wheelchair. I was amazed because if that was Rhodey, he would be like, "There's 21,000 people that I've never met before."
Yeah,
and that would just be gold to him.
Well, let's get into it. What's going on this week? What do we have on the agenda?
We've got a few things to talk about today, Parge. We are going to talk about Moonlight Magic that I recently went to with my buddy Shane, who actively contributes on our social media pages. And I also want to talk to, because we don't have a heck of a lot to talk about, with the Moonlight Magic. I figured because this is coming out on New Year's Day, what are our top 3 resorts that we would like to reign in New Year's?
Ooh, so top resorts for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Yes.
Basically, where you'd want to stay on New Year's Eve. Very good. All right, so should we do the Moonlight Magic first?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
So where was the Moonlight Magic that you went to?
It was at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park.
Okay. So you've gone twice, and they've both been at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, the Cabots invited me the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shane's family wasn't able to make it down, so he had, I want to say, me plus 2 or 3 others. I think he had 5 total.
So he was staying at a DVC property, or you don't have to get these tickets?
No, he said that when it opened up to the general public, he just bought it, and he ended up getting a couple nights off campus over by Disney Springs.
So how does that work? You may not know, but when you're Moonlight Magic and you're not in a reservation. Like during a reservation, you could take anybody who's staying with you
That is
as a member.
that is correct.
But if you're not doing a stay, how many tickets
That
can
I
you get?
I don't know because he ended up getting 5.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's the number of people on your deed, and I don't know
Maybe.
if his entire family is on his deed. I might have to reach out to him and ask him that question
So
because
I bet it's the people and kids under 18 in the household or whatever
that
combined.
could be it. So for you guys, it would be 4.
4, but we're not direct, so we couldn't do it anyway. But yeah,
That's right.
in our case, we could. In that case, yeah. Okay. Anyway, so he contacted you because he had a ticket that was not going to go to use, and
That is correct. So
you happened to be on property anyway.
Well, I
the
wasn't
meeting.
planning on staying overnight. I was just gonna maybe even just jump up and back for
Gotcha.
the meetings. But then when he mentioned that he had a ticket, I'm like, well, this, I can go up there, stay at one of the All-Stars, and then I won't have to drive to and from, and I can attend my meetings. So I'm getting busy now, Pards.
Yeah.
You've tasked me with quite a few. You're good at tasking, by the way, is that C-level.
Delegating.
Yeah.
I call it empowering. I'm empowering you to do these things, Pards.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got it.
I should probably take, for the people watching on YouTube, I've still got a tag on this. This is a nice hat, Pards. This is a swan and dolphin resort hat.
Nice.
You can't really see it.
No, not with that angle, but
camera.
What was that, like $4? 38. I thought you said their stuff was cheap. Not the hat, I guess.
No.
That's expensive for a hat.
Yeah, it is.
But that's okay.
But, when was the last time you saw a swan and dolphin hat? Like I said, I need a hat and a pullover like I need a hole in the head. But
yeah, and a mug.
Finding things that, I don't have. I've never seen one of those. I need one of those.
It's like mugs. I see a mug. I'm like, I could use a mug. I can't even fit them in my cabinets. I have so many GD mugs.
I can't. And I hate the Tervis tumblers, but I've just recently bought 2 new Tervis tumblers.
You don't even like them.
I can't stand them. They're garbage. And they're a local company. They're here down in Venice.
I love them. I use mine every day for my iced coffee.
I don't know if I bring tea, like I've discolored 2 already, just bringing tea to the golf course.
Yeah.
And you can't get that discolor out. So, you kind of have to pick your battles. If you're going to do coffee, just keep it in that one Tervis tumbler. Because I noticed that coffee and tea really.
I haven't had that problem with mine, but I'm sure it happens. All right, get back to Moonlight Magic. Animal Kingdom. Shane invited you.
Shane invited me, asked me if I like roller coasters. I said, of course. Then we started on Expedition Everest,
which is great.
And I'll tell you what, Pards, that park is so nice at night.
It's a shame
but
that
it's even better for a Moonlight Magic. We're gonna
must be like 8 people there.
We're gonna get you to one. Somehow it's gonna work out where there's gonna be one when you're in town, and we're gonna figure out how to get you guys all to one because they are a freaking blast.
Yeah.
So we did Everest. We used one of our snack credits. Oh, they have these.
I forgot you got the snack.
Yeah, we got these seasoned fries.
Oh, Mr. Kumal's seasoned fries.
Yes, sir.
Those are good. They come with like the different dipping sauces and stuff.
Yes, they're fantastic.
That's a really good snack. Yes.
And I think in that same booth they had they weren't egg rolls, but they were like chicken
pot stickers, right?
Pot stickers. That's exactly the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Those are great. Yeah, that's a good little stand over there. It's like right in between Asia and heading back towards Africa.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. So what are the hours? Is it after the park closes, or can you get in a little before?
You can get in early. So the official hours are 7 to 10, but I believe they'll start letting you in at 4.
Oh, that's pretty good, and that counts as your ticket, so you don't even need a ticket for the park.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, we walked around for a little bit. We went, and then we decided we got to do Flight of Passage.
Yeah, because that's such a great ride, and it's always a real long line, so you might as well take advantage of the lower.
Yeah, I want to
crowd.
say, we walked all the way through to like where they start forming the lines and asking how many are in your party. So we pretty much walked up, and then we stopped for maybe 5 minutes,
Mhm.
and then they put us in the lines, and then they yelled over, "And is there a party or two?" We raised our hands. All right, they opened up the chain link stopper, and let us through, and we jumped on. So wait time from start to finish was no more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long pre-show, but if you count, like, getting into the
Right,
pre-show,
exactly.
it was about 10 minutes, you're saying?
Yep.
That's really good. It's so good. I haven't been on that in a long time. I'm dying to
It's
go on
still
it
my
again.
favorite. It's just so amazing. And I don't know if they've added to their 4D, because I even asked Shane, I said, "Did we get wetter than normal?" Because there were times when we were coming down and you could really feel the water.
They
Like,
probably just, like, revamped it so it works better.
yeah, because I noticed that the 4D was just amazing on this ride.
Yeah. They just refilled all the scents and everything right before
Yeah.
you got on, probably. They, that's one I need to get on again because I really like Guardians of the Galaxy, but I haven't been on Flight of Passage since I've been on
And
Guardians.
so you kinda wanna compare and
I
contrast.
need to do both because I really like Guardians of the Galaxy, but I love Flight of Passage. The first couple times I went on that, I was blown away by Flight of Passage.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, just for that alone, it's worth it. I mean, not that it even costs anything to go to Moonlight Magic, but it's worth going up and staying the night just to do that ride, like to do a headliner without waiting.
Yeah,
That makes the
exactly.
Moonlight Magic well worth it, I would say.
Yes. Yes,
And how
you are
many
right.
snacks do they let you do?
They
2?
give you 3.
3, that's pretty good. Is it basically just like any dining plan snack is on there?
Yeah, I mean, they have, yeah, pretty much.
I'm sure you can still buy stuff too. It's not like they only do.
And we haven't been able to get an answer because I remember when we were at Disneyland,
Oh, California
or
Adventure, that's right.
California Adventure rather, they said that it had a top price of like $9,
Mhm.
but they said you could use it for a quick service. And then
Hmm.
they would just take that price. So if you wanted to like sit down and have a meal
You just pay the
and it was
difference?
$18, you just pay the difference.
So it's basically like a $9 or $10 voucher.
Yes, and that's how it was at California Adventure, but it did at Disney World and Animal Kingdom. They didn't put a price tag on it, so people were still unsure of whether or not like you could go into Satuli Canteen
Gotcha.
because the snacks there are kind of garbage. I wouldn't mind just blowing 2 and doing Satuli Canteen and just having a halfway decent um
There's some decent
dinner.
snacks though, if you
Yeah,
find the right spots.
there are, but it's always been lacking there.
Yeah. Depends on what's open too. I imagine
In
that
which
place, a
yeah,
lot of
and
stuff
that's
is not
it,
open at
you're
night.
exactly right. You're exactly right.
Now, were they running the safari? I imagine not,
They
right?
were not. Shane was actually just getting off it
Oh,
when I
so he
was
was already
going.
in the park, yeah.
Yeah, so I went to the resort and checked in, and then I
Gotcha.
texted him and he said that he was on a safari, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just getting on a bus over to Animal Kingdom, so figure on meeting me in front because he has to meet me in front.
Oh, to
So
let you in with
he
your
has to
ticket.
bring in all the guests at one time.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So it's not like a digital ticket or it's not
Yeah, exactly.
transferable. Yeah.
Exactly. Then after that, what did we do? We went right next to and we did Navi River Journey.
Yeah.
Because again, that's one of those where even if it's at 40 to 50 minutes, I'm not waiting in line for that.
That's a great one I do at rope drop sometimes because no
Yeah,
one goes
sure.
that way,
Yep.
and the girls like it, and like you said, it's always like 45 minutes, which I'm not waiting that because it's good, but it's not that good.
Right.
It's not worth waiting a half hour, 45 minutes. But we do that because they don't want to do the flights of passage, so we'll hop on that early. That works out good if we're there at rope drop. That's the only problem with Animal Kingdom is there's so few rides that if it's a busy day, they just get long lines, all of them. Safari, Everest, even the Kali River Rapids in the summer, it can be a long line. You said they have like special character meet and greets. I'm sure you didn't do any of them, but
we didn't because there was wasn't like a terrible line, but then toward the end they closed it down because there were so many people still in queue.
Oh, okay.
But they had like the Fab Five, I believe, like in Christmas outfits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they had a bunch of different.
I saw online they had like Launchpad McQuack from
Yes,
DuckTales, which you probably don't know that.
They had Scrooge McDuck, who I met the year before.
That's right.
We stopped. He went over and grabbed a snack, and I attended one of the dance parties because it is killer. They have like a crazy DJ.
You love the dance parties.
I do like the dance parties.
It's such an odd thing for you to like. I'm perplexed by it. I don't have a problem with it, but it just seems like it's so out of your wheelhouse to like the dance parties.
It's very strange because we were at the Buccaneers game,
and
they were playing like this song, and she goes, "You remember this song?" I said, "Oh, no." So what? She goes, they were doing it at the dance party at Vero Beach, and you said in a couple weeks when you see Gary's Kids, you're going to see if they'll do a dance party at the beach club. I don't know what it is with these nerdy dance parties. And to the left.
But yet you hate the pools when they do all the singing.
Oh, and I do. That's the thing. But I'll do them. But Vero kind of changed me because it wasn't super, super crowded.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a really, really nerdy DJ, it makes it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't mind them I don't like when they do like the trivia and stuff, but when they're just playing the music and
when
like
they're
anything else? Any other highlights from Moonlight Magic? It's just a great event because it's quiet, right?
It's like going, not even at rope drop. It's just like the extra magic hours. There's just nobody there. It's phenomenal.
I bet it's akin to when we used to go pre-COVID Magic Kingdom when it was open 3 hours for extra magic hours at night, and it was like 11 to 2 a.m. and you were there at 1:30 going on Big Thunder Mountain like 6 times in a row because there was no one there. Probably
Exactly.
more like that back in the good old days. That was so great. You get those extra magic hours till 2 a.m. at Magic Kingdom. You could just plan your whole day around just doing that because you could get everything done in that time.
Exactly.
That's all gone.
Yep, that's all gone.
Now you get a half hour in the morning.
Yeah. And that's that Disney product, this DVC product, Bill. I mean, you and I just love this product, do we not?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And another thing, and we don't use it that much, but they even have the extra magic hours for 2 hours at night for deluxe only, which includes DVC, obviously. So that's something to take advantage of as well when you're staying DVC. Like they have Epcot's open 2 extra hours or Magic Kingdom. I don't think they do Hollywood or Animal Kingdom, though, normally.
No, they don't. Magic Kingdom, you mean, or Hollywood?
They do Epcot and Magic Kingdom. Those are the 2 that I've seen. Do they do Hollywood sometimes?
For what?
The extra magic hours for 2 hours at night.
Oh yeah, no. I was talking about Magic. I was thinking about Moonlight Magic. Yeah, they don't do. I know they don't do the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
And Kristen said she would love to do. She thinks Epcot would be great, and we also think, and it's an easy ticket.
The water park one.
Yes, don't you think?
That sounds like fun. Yeah,
like being in the lazy river and just listening to that music, and there's nobody in there.
Because that's the perfect amount of time to go to the water park for like 2 hours. Also.
Yes.
And it's not, you don't have to worry about sunburn because the sun's already down and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, should we move on to the next topic, or do you have anything else you want to mention here?
No. Nope.
So, top 3 DVC resorts for New Year's Eve.
Yes.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
My number 3 is a little, I'll say, outside the box for this one. And we're sticking with Walt Disney World, right? You're not doing like Aulani or anything. Because that would be kind of cool because you get it later than everybody.
That would be really cool. Yeah, because you could watch Dick Clark's while you're
like
at the
4
pool.
times. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
My number 3 is Saratoga Springs. And I think it's great because I think Disney Springs is like thinking back to the old Pleasure Island. It's like New Year's Eve all the time there. That's like a party atmosphere. If you're an adult only trip and you want to like drink and party, being within walking distance of Disney Springs, that's a pretty good place to be for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
If you don't mind the crowds. I don't like the crowds, but once in a while, like New Year's Eve, you kind of want to be, if you're going to do it, you want to be with a lot of people, right?
Yeah,
you want to be in the crowds.
Let me throw this in at my 3B because I had 3A and 3B.
Okay.
And Saratoga Springs was also my sneaky, nobody would ever think of it. And here's why. Saratoga Springs is not quite as cultish as Old Key West, but it's still cultish.
Yes.
And I think that's the type of place, like if you're there for a few days, you're going to make friends.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to, oh, why don't you come over? Oh, we got a 1-bedroom and we're going to cook. Oh, why don't you come over? We're in a suite. Like, I just think it's a place where I met so many people just when I was running, when I was training for that 5K that was sitting on their balcony with coffee, just like saying hi to us and blah, blah, blah. I think that's just a cozy resort that's very conducive to meeting people.
Yeah, it's similar to Old Key West where people will only stay there. And they stay in the same building all the time, and they stay at the same time of year, and they see the same
and they
people.
go at the same time of year. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be fun. I mean, heck, you bop over to Disney Springs, like you said. I bet you Yeah Bob's playing. And that place is going to be jamming, but that's a place where you just want to stand up anyways.
True.
And like listen to him. Oh, there's just so many different areas that you can check out.
But I'm just thinking like STK, and they have the DJ playing, and you have a nice dinner and some cocktails, and then you go over to like Jock Lindsay Hangar Bar and sit out on the water or boathouse out at the bar and just bar hop from like 7 to 10, and then you can like stumble back to the resort and hang out on the balcony and have a champagne toast and do the countdown and see fireworks going off.
Yes.
You know, depending on where you're staying. I think Saratoga is a sneaky good choice for New Year's Eve.
And I also think that as underutilized as that bar is, I bet you that's a lot of fun too. We got the TVs on, people shooting
billiards.
Pool, people are probably bringing bottles of champagne.
That's
you know,
true.
you bring a case of beer. Hey, you want a beer? Yeah, you want a glass of champagne? I just think it would be a cool, fun, festive atmosphere.
Problem is that bar closes at like 10 o'clock. And I'm sure even
that's
New Year's
why we're
Eve,
BYOB. We're not going to pay those ridiculous Disney prices.
That's true. Good point. So what was your 3A then?
My 3A is Fort Wilderness. And Fort Wilderness is on my list for almost everything.
I don't know about New Year's Eve with that one.
I think it would be fun for New Year's Eve because you're going to
make a big party atmosphere.
No, I don't think it's a big party atmosphere, but it could be maybe on the quiet side for curmudgeons like you and I.
Okay.
Where we make friends with the people next door to us. Or we jump on our
golf
cart and drive around and kind of like when you're in college, you're just looking for something. Oh, I think these people got something going on. Let's check it out.
Yeah, you invite yourself to people's parties.
Yeah.
Have a couple beers.
Yeah, you know me. I'll take the lead.
Going through the cooler.
Yeah, I'll take the lead. It's like when we used to go to Patriots games.
Yeah. Just join somebody's tailgate. Someone will offer you a beer eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Somebody's going to invite you to their party.
That's true. So my number 2 is one of your home resorts, and that is the Riviera. I just like the fact that it's a tower. New Year's Eve, you could see Epcot fireworks. You could see Magic Kingdom fireworks. If you go out on the terrace outside Topolino's at the top of the building, just hang out there.
Yeah.
Like if you want a high-end New Year's Eve where you get dressed up and you go have dinner at Topolino's and then hang out at the terrace outside.
Yep.
And then watch the fireworks from your balcony or hang out in the lobby. It's very classy and not a lot of kids. I feel like it would be a very
adult only. You're right.
That's my number 2 for those reasons. Plus, you could take the Skyliner over there. Like I don't know, just you do the parks during the day and then you take the Skyliner back, and that's kind of the beginning of the party time. It's like your transportation
Yep, I agree.
back to the resort, and then you hang out in the lobby for a little bit. Go out to the bar, Bar Riva, have a couple drinks out there if you want, if it's a nice night. But I think Topolino's dinner, like you get an 8:00, 8:30 reservation out there, and you really stretch it out.
And I'm kicking myself because we were there 2 years ago with with my mother-in-law.
But you drove up just for
And
the
we
day, right?
drove up and we weren't there we were early because I wanted to make sure that we weren't on the road when all the drunks were
Yeah.
out, especially on I-4 and I-75. But yeah, I didn't know if anything. I didn't really know a heck of a lot about the resort. We had just purchased DVC, but we hadn't purchased at Riviera, Grand
Right.
Floridian being our home resort.
I just think the vibes would be really good there.
I agree.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is one of my home resorts, Disney's
Oh.
Grand Floridian Resort
Okay.
and Spa, because Kristen laughed at me. I said, "I wanna do this someday," 'cause from what I understand, they have in their main lobby, they have a party, which of course
Mhm.
they're gonna do. But I heard they dropped the balloons from the roof
Oh, really?
New Year's. Yes, like, they have them, like, strung up,
Yeah.
like, in a net, and I heard they dropped the balloons, and like I said, I would go all out, and I'd actually rent a tux.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm balling parts. I am going with the tux.
You do Victorian Alberts beforehand?
Oh, no, if you don't do it before, because 'cause you're in there for 9 hours.
I
You're getting
guess.
out of there and they roll you back in with a real barrel. No, I wanna be able to have some champagne, but no, I'm gonna maybe Narcoossee's, like an early
That's true.
Narcoossee's, go back to the room, undo the belt, watch some TV, and then come down at about 10 o'clock in your,
In the tuxedo.
tuxedo. Would you if somehow we could figure out, like, if we could the 4 of us, you leave the kids with Frank, or we do the 4 of us New Year's Eve, and we stay there, would you do a tux?
No.
You will not do a tux with
I'm
me.
not traveling with the tuxedo. You know
You
how much
know,
of a
we'll
pain
rent
that
them.
is?
We'll go to our local malls, Mr. Tuxedo, I don't know if they're still around, and then
We'll go to
we'll
Men's
go pick 'em.
Warehouse and rent a
Yeah, we'll
tux?
go to Men's Warehouse, I'll pick them up on my way. You don't
Okay.
have to do anything. I'll just pick them up at the tuxedo place on 192 right next to the Pancake House.
Alright, fine. If
Alright.
you pick it up, I'll wear it, yeah.
Alright, beautiful.
That's so dumb.
What, to wear a tuxedo?
Yes.
Ah, it'd just be so beautiful. Put the little, handkerchief in there.
Yeah. As you have a plastic bag with Bud Lights in it walking around the lobby. Ah, you ready for my number 1?
Yeah.
I think it's an obvious choice, maybe I'm wrong, but Bay Lake Tower.
That's really strange.
Why do you think that?
Because I just don't see it at all.
You go to the California Grill, you hang out up there, watch the fireworks from the roof, waddle back over to your room, hang out. If you have a good view on your balcony, you could see the fireworks. I don't know, just that style, like that modern style just suits New Year's Eve for me. I can't see Wilderness Lodge or Animal Kingdom or anything like homey.
Yeah,
I
no,
need like a
agree, I
modern. That's
agree.
why I like Riviera. That's why I like Contemporary. I think Contemporary would be the best spot for New Year's Eve. Go to the Top of the World Lounge if you can get in there. I'm sure that's got like a hard ticket event on New Year's Eve, but that would be fun. Villain's Lair, whatever they call that stupid thing now.
Yeah,
But
the one that you
that's
can barely get into now without paying a cover price.
right, exactly. But I don't know. I just feel like the tower, like I said, something about the towers on New Year's Eve, like just hanging out in the hotel like that, just makes it feel more New Year's Eve to me. A little
I just
fancier,
don't know
modern.
if the concourse is gonna have anything going on.
I'm sure they do. The
I'm
big
sure they
lobby
do.
like that.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm just having difficulty visualizing it.
I mean, I want to just have a dinner reservation at California Grill and hang out up there.
And then
Be able to,
be able to go watch the fireworks later.
yes, exactly. So kind of plan it all around that, and then just hang out there. Plus, the Outer Rim is a great bar.
It is. It's a solid
You
bar.
could get a little toasty there if you needed to.
All the bars there are so good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have a nice theme park view on one of the higher floors and you're looking out and you could see the Magic Kingdom really well from your balcony, you don't even have to go to the California Grill viewing platform. You could just do it from your lobby, which is the best.
This is so on my list. This has been on my radar for years.
Have you seen the pictures of the new refurb of Bay Lake?
Yeah, I don't really want to get into it right now. I have to digest it.
Oh, okay. I'm not too I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought it would be a lot.
I don't know where I am right now. That's why I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not sure. So
that's fair.
That's why I need to kind of sit on it. I did see pictures.
Need some time to really think
from what they did to the main tower. I mean, they could throw diarrhea in the rooms and it would be better. So
that's kind of they didn't go that route, at least.
Right, they didn't go that route, but it was kind of like, okay.
I thought it was nice. Anyway, what's your number one?
It's Riviera.
Okay.
And it's funny because, like, I was telling Kristen, I said, I love Riviera. I said, Riviera and Grand Floridian, 1A, 1B. I said, Gary always says, whatever the latest place whether I eat there or I stay in a hotel. I said, Riviera is my favorite now. I said, then we're going to stay in that one bedroom at the Grand Floridian, eat at Narcoossee's and watch the fireworks on that pier. Oh, the Grand Floridian's the best. But I joined these new Facebook groups, and one was a Riviera group, and it showed the lineup, and they have some different arts and crafts. They have a DJ party out in front of their main pool. So where they have you haven't walked a ton around the grounds, but kind of like on the water, they have artificial grass where they do the movies under the stars. So they're doing a DJ dance party there. And I'm like, all right, that's real nerdy to have a DJ dance party, which is what I like.
Right up
the other thing is, what intrigued me was we watched, it was like Resort TV or one of those bigger vloggers who have some big followers, and they went live a couple years ago over at Epcot, and the countries do some crazy things. Like they showed Japan, and Japan was absolutely rocking out.
And they like count down when it actually is New Year's in that country, right?
Right. But like all the countries just had crazy, crazy things like I've never seen before. I'm like, all right, this looks like fun. The only way I'm ever doing this is if I'm staying there. Like I am not making that drive. And even if I lived in Orlando, there's no way, because it's going to take you 7 hours to get the heck out of there.
Right. You're either going to be staying at Boardwalk Beach Club or Riviera for that.
You're exactly right. That's what I said, because you're in the back. And, you've been back there when it's super crowded, when you're getting out of the candlelight processional and you're bumper to bumper with people. But, once you get to France, it starts to open up a little bit and it's manageable. But I could do it if I was staying in that area.
Yeah.
And I just think, I think Boardwalk might be the most ideal spot. I think that's going to be crazy too. I think the locals are going to hang out between Epcot and the Boardwalk, where, like you said, you jump on that Skyliner, head over to Riviera, and it's just going to be hotel guests.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be it's going to be a party atmosphere, but it's going to be a lot more laid back. I think dinner at Topolino's, hanging out on the terrace.
Yes, absolutely. Topolino, like a fancy dinner. If you're doing New Year's Eve and you're going to go all out, a fancy dinner is going to be a big part of it.
Right.
I think. And a lot of those restaurants probably have prefixed New Year's Eve special meals and stuff that are going to be pretty solid as well. Hard to get in, I'm sure. I'm sure Topolino's for New Year's Eve is a very difficult reservation. Any place on New Year's Eve for dinner is probably a very difficult reservation.
Although I was able to snag Topolino's a couple years ago, so you never know.
But that was also like 4:00 in the afternoon.
5:05. They don't open till 5, but yeah.
Right, it was an early one, which is going to be easier, of course, which makes sense. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you'd have Boardwalk on your list, but I could see kind of Riviera taking the place of it.
Yeah, I mean, my home resorts are always going to be on the.
So anytime we do a top three,
I'm
those
such a
two.
homer.
Yeah.
Best quick services. Yeah, Boardwalk would be fun. And I'm sure I'd spend a lot of time over there before jumping on the Skyliner heading back to Riviera.
Now, I will say there's a caveat. I would not pick Wilderness Lodge, Boulder Ridge, or Copper Creek. But if I was in one of those cabins, that might be the number. Like, I wouldn't leave the cabin. Just hang out in there, get some like fillets and prime rib, or like some T-bones and ribeyes, and grill them up outside. You have a million beers, sit in that hot tub and watch the fireworks.
That's when you just totally do what you do at home.
Yeah, throw on some movies, watch the Three Stooges marathon if that was still going on. That would be the best, by far.
I agree.
But that's different. I'm talking about like a studio or a one-bedroom.
It's funny. We think alike, though, because Kristen even said, wouldn't it be great to be in a one-bedroom? Because she makes carbonara every Christmas Eve. We only have it once a year, and it's Christmas Eve. She's been making it for 10 years. Wouldn't it be great if we had a one-bedroom and I made carbonara? I'm like, but we can do that at home. Like, that's why I love DVC, because we want to do the same stuff that we can do at home.
Yes.
I'm like, and like not even go out and just watch TV. She's like, yeah. I'm like, that's right up my alley. Trust me. But the nice thing is I could go down there with my vodka tonic and go investigate the dance party.
True. That's a very good point. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about when I'm going in the summer, and it's like, we can just make pancakes and bacon in the morning. If we're doing a pool day, we'll just hang out and make breakfast in the room and hang out and do the resort, do the parks at night if we want.
What do you think you're going to do? Are you going to do like some type of delivery service, or do you think you're going to get a car again because you just like the convenience?
We'll probably do the car service and stop and get a bunch of stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because the service you did allowed for like, what was it, a half hour or shorter?
25 minutes or something. But plenty of time. Yeah.
Especially if you have a game plan of what you need to get, and you and Ed can just go out there. Hey, you take care of this, I'll take care of this, and we'll meet up front.
Yeah, and I mean the biggest advantage of that, even if you don't get the groceries, is just getting bottles of water, Gatorade, and sauce.
Yes.
Because that saves you hundreds of dollars. So just those things make it worth it. And if nothing else, you just get that, and then you order groceries delivered if you want to do that, like Instacart or something like that. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. I think that would be a good topic.
That would be
a grocery list, a DVC one-bedroom
grocery list. I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you don't have, and to make sure that you don't have to leave all the garbage in the hallway for Ken Cabot when he's arriving. Right?
I can't wait. I was going to take a picture when we were leaving Saratoga a couple of weeks ago of like my open like parfait and things like that. I was going to say outside the room if anyone wants it.
I told him it's funny because we were talking about Moonlight Magic, and we ran into him, so we were talking for a while.
Oh, that's right.
And I brought up the cake. And he loved it because I'm like, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Gary's like, it has a number 3 on it, which means obviously the kid was 3. And what do kids do when they blow out candles? They spit all over it. And he is just laughing. He's like, so you have leftover cake with just saliva all over? I'm like, exactly. Like, you know how he gets so disgusted? And like the further the more he thinks about it, the angrier he gets. That was beautiful. A half-eaten cake with the candle still on. Oh, sign me up there.
Thanks. I'll take it. I'll take 2. All right, wrap us up here.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at DVC Addicts. Email the show info@addictedtodvc.com and join our Facebook group, DVC Addicts. For my cousin and co-host Gary in Rhode Island, I'm Mike in Florida. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you for listening to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. We want to hear from you. Email us at info@addictedtodvc.com and follow us on all socials at DVC Addicts. We appreciate you being a part of our DVC community, and we'll see you again on our next episode. Thanks again for listening, and welcome home.